Hello, welcome back to Nuzlocke Vlogs. I'm playing Pokemon and talking about my life. How's it going? It's going good. I should probably use a fucking repellent. I can't catch anything. This is an old route, but it's fine. It's fine. There's a trainer over here. Hello, trainer. Yeah, so it's been a week since I got my wisdom teeth out, and I'm fucking. Most of the pain is gone. Like Wednesday night, for some reason, like I got them out last Friday, and then this Wednesday night, I'm just in constant agony. Like feel like shit, horrible, horrible pain. But then it faded, and since then I've been pretty good. You know, for all those people in the audience who are wondering about the situation of my dental health, I know that's been a very pressing concern for you people. The question, are his teeth still hurting? And it's good that you now know that kind of, but not really. But no, this whole process has been surprisingly less bad than I was thinking it was. I was sure this would just be like fucking agony and not be able to work for a couple days, but I got right back on that horse. I'm hard at work on rewriting the ending of Homestuck. Because it's such a long fucking segment, I split my coverage of Double Death of the Author in three parts: a 6,000 word part, an 8,000 word part, and another 6,000 word part. Well, the reason I'm doing this is because I record in 2,000 word blocks and then I edit. The point is, I've got the first 30 minutes of 100 estimated minutes done for Double Death of the Author, and that's pretty good. Things are going good on that video. I should get done in time, unless I have like a sudden computer crash that destroys everything that I have. And why would I speak that evil into the world? Why would I even mention that? It could happen. It'd be bad if it could happen, but it could happen. But no, I'm good. I'm doing good. Everything's moving up Milhouse. Who is me? Why am I comparing myself to Milhouse when he's like the most pathetic and unlike Simpsons character? No one fucking loves Milhouse. Well, I mean, everyone loves Milhouse, actually. He's a very good character, but everyone, like, loves Milhouse. The point is, Milhouse sucks, and that's why he's a good character. But why would I compare myself to a character who sucks? And the reason is because that's the phrase. Speaking of things that suck, last weekend I had to go to a movie that was directed by someone, like, from the area that I covered. It's like, oh, this will be a nice human interest story. Like, local woman directs indie film. It's having a screening at the local high school. Surely this will be a good film, and you can just write about it. And oh god, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. This is like Manos the Hands of Fate level bad. This is unwatchable. Should I even say? It's not a film that you can find streaming anywhere. You can't watch it. But The Gates by Tiffany Ketchum is the worst film I've ever seen. It was unbearable. So like, and I'm just going to. This will be. You ever? I know I have some viewers who do this, who have said, I have never read Homestuck, but I watch your videos. Like, and I've watched videos on movies or books I've never seen or read, so I guess this is going to be my recap and summary of a film that you haven't seen, that I'm one of, like, 50 people total on the entire planet who has seen it, and this is my review of this terrible, terrible film. So it begins with its main character, Alec Black. He gets out of prison. He cons his way out of prison. Not shown how he conned his way out of prison, but he manages to get an early release after 3 years, after he was sent to prison for a crime. Not sure what crime, that doesn't matter. He didn't commit it, though. He's innocent of this crime that he went to jail for. And so he meets up with his buddy, whose name, I don't even fucking remember the characters' names. Tim Robinson. Like, seriously, the dude, the buddy, the sidekick character, he wears bowling shirts in every single scene, and he has, like, hair. It's like the hair Tim Robinson has in that sketch where, I think you should relieve, where he gets his hair made like a poodle by accident. Like, terrible fucking hair, guy with bowling hat. But Bob picks him up at prison, takes him there. So you got this buddy. By the way, the buddy always wearing bowling shirts. The best moment in the film. I don't know if it's an intentional joke, but guys always wearing bowling shirts. He gets in a shootout he's covered in blood, and he goes home and he takes off his bowling shirt and then puts on another bowling shirt, and that genuinely made me laugh. But anyway, Alec Black, he gets out of prison after being sent there for a crime, and he goes back to Alec and Missy's, the bar that he owns with his business partner Missy, except the sign, like this is how it is in the script. The sign on the bar has been changed from Alec and Missy's to just Missy's because he's been gone for so long. Okay, I got that. Except this film had no budget, so they couldn't do a sign, so it's a chalk sign in front of the bar that, like, it 3 years ago it said Alec and Missy's, but now because he's been gone for so long, the Alec part has been erased. It no longer says Alec, it just says Missy's, and you can still see kind of half faded where it said Alex because, you know, chalk doesn't fade after 3 years. And like he looks at the sign and he's horrified and he's so sad. And then Bowler guy is like, don't worry, we can get more chalk. Like, oh god. Oh, this is so fucking stupid. And he walks into the bar and he meets with Missy, his business partner, who's also a petty crook. What crimes does she do? Why did my fucking computer just freeze? Okay, we're still rolling. What crimes does Missy do? You know, crimes. She does crimes. Not gonna be specific, but they're crimes. And they did crimes together, and then she's the one who framed him and made him go to jail, although he doesn't know that. And she's mad that he's out of jail, and they agree to like split up the bar and go their different places. And I guess she like framed him and sent him to prison so she could take over the bar, or maybe they're vague criminal activities. Okay, so that night after they agree for him to leave, he's walking home and Missy's minions jump him. They fucking jump Alec and they just stab him. They stab the shit out of him and he dies, and he goes to the gates, which was filmed on the golf course. He goes to the afterlife and meets with the gatekeeper who's doing the St. Peter, do you go into heaven and hell? And he's like, ooh, I don't know where to send you because you're a mix between good and bad, which has not been shown to the audience. By the way, why the fuck did they need to have, like, the subplot of Missy framing him and sending him to prison? It accomplishes nothing. It's like a betrayal before the other betrayal of stabbing him. That's completely pointless. Just, like, actually show why. It should have actually showed why Missy wants to, betray him and then have him be stabbed and betrayed as the start of the film, like, basic fucking film. And we haven't seen Alec do anything evil or anything good, so he's just, like, a fucking guy. And the gatekeeper is like, ooh, I don't know where to send you because I guess, you know, a bartender who gambles and is a bit of a jerk is just too morally complex. Its level of moral complexity, the gatekeeper, played by a guy who can't fucking act, to handle. So he pleads with the gatekeeper and he's like, hey, it's not fair. You have to let me go back to prove if I'm good or evil. And then the gatekeeper says, okay, I guess I'll do that because I've never done this before. I don't know why I'm doing this for you specifically, but sure, I'll let you go back. So he sends out, actually no, before there's a joke where like the gatekeeper has a book of all of Alec's sins, and like Alec is like, hey, can you please let me go back so I can be a good person? And the gatekeeper's like, just pulls out the book, looks at it. This is one of like 2 moments in the entire film that works. Look at the book. It says here you just lied to me and that you're actually going back for revenge. That's a sin. You just sinned again in front of the judging. Actual good joke. I don't mind that joke. I forgot to update my Pokemon images. But then the gatekeeper is just like, fine, I'll send you back because reasons, and that's what the plot has to happen. So you're going back. Don't get revenge. Be a good person. And now it goes back. So you may be thinking, what happens narratively at this point where he's been sent back to life and he wants to get revenge on the woman who murdered him? And your first thought might be he tries to get revenge. But this film is very brilliant in that he doesn't. He says, I gotta get my revenge. I gotta make Missy suffer. And the way I'm going to do that is by not getting revenge or making her suffer, but just like, so his evil scheme to like punish Missy and get his revenge on her is to I should take away that experience share because you're evolved now. Give more to my Lilligant. His evil scheme to make Missy pay, I guess, is to he finds out that she rakes horse racing, so he gambles on horse racing and makes money. Which, it's never like stated. Like, I guess you could argue, well, maybe he makes so much money that bankrupts Missy, but that isn't what happens. They don't ever say that that's what happens. So his revenge is that he makes money by gambling on horse racing, and because this film had no fucking budget, the money that he makes is like $200. It's like a few bills in an envelope. It's not a lot of money because they could afford like a big pile, but he just gets an envelope of like a few $1,000s at most, like, and he's like, yes, I'm gonna get my revenge on Missy now that I've got all this money, all this thousands of dollars. Okay, good. What's your revenge? I am going to open a casino. So this film was filmed in Iowa, and I know Iowa gambling laws. You can't just. That's not how that works. That's illegal in the state of Iowa. It's not like he's building an underground secret casino. It's like, I am going to open a legitimate business casino in the state of Iowa to get back at Missy by being more successful than her and opening this casino. So he tries to open a casino, and it's the dumbest fucking scene I've ever seen. Is that it just cuts to like this random ass field, and there's a for sale sign, and he shakes hands with a realtor and buys this plot of land in the middle of fucking nowhere that has a for sale sign. And it's like, good, now that I have spent the $3,000 I got from gambling on horse racing, I am going to build a casino here on this plot of land I bought to build a casino. That's not in the city or anything, it's just in the middle of fucking nowhere. Random ass field by a lake where I will build my casino, which I can do. This is so fucking stupid. Like, he just, no fucking discussion, no planning at all. It's just I give the realtor the money, and then I have the land to build the casino, and that's all you need to build a casino is you buy a plot of land. What's the next step of making my casino? I don't know. It's just so fucking stupid. And then as he's walking away, Missy's goons jump him again and throw him into a fucking lake. And he drowns. And then he goes back to the gates, and the gates guy's like, well, that was your one chance. I can't let you go back again. You need to, and if I do send you back, you need to be a good person. And he's like, but please? And the gates guy is like, okay, I guess I shall let you come back from the dead again. For some reason. Isn't there like rippling water on this? I'm not seeing the rippling water anywhere where I can get an Momola. Okay, so he goes back for the second time, and I have no fucking clue why this gatekeeper who looks like a college professor I had and can't fucking act, why he keeps letting this guy come back from the dead. But okay, round 2, back from the dead. And by the way, during while he was scamming at that casino, he was dating this lady who has kids and being close, and now that he's got a second chance, that he's back again, he is going to not be evil and fight Missy. He's not going to get his revenge. He's going to just have dates with this lady, and she's mad that he missed their date because he got murdered, although he doesn't explain that he got murdered. Okay, sure. Hey, we can get a Pokemon. Okay, one small bean is the commenter I'm doing, and I'll read off their commenter, assuming I catch this, after I continue recapping the greatest film ever made, The Gate. So he goes on a date with this woman and her children, and then, oh, you son of a bitch. So, he's dating this lady, and then Missy shows up again and stabs him to death. And then he comes back from the third time. No fucking clue why the gatekeeper keeps letting this random ass guy come back from the. So Shen is every turn. Okay, I'm gonna just have to check Ultra Balls because I would one shot you if I actually attacked. Oh, I don't have a lot of Ultra Balls. So, yeah, he comes back for a third time after Missy just fucking shoots him. Or was it stabbed or shoot? It doesn't fucking matter. Missy just, like, walks up to him and shoots him, and fucking bowling shirt guy is there with him, and then Missy's like, I have gotten my revenge. He won't be interfering with my plans by winning at horse racing again. Ha ha ha. And then Missy walks away, and then bowling shirt goes home, and then Missy's minions show up to murder him. They didn't. Missy, you had a gun. He was right there. Why didn't you just fucking shoot him? Why are you sending your goddamn minions, like, after the fact to murder this guy? But minions go to bowling shirt and beat the shit out of him and then leave. They don't fucking kill bowling shirt. They just beat him up and then leave. And Alec comes back again, and he's like, okay, we need to leave town because Missy's trying to kill us, which we can do. I'm sorry I tried to get revenge, even though I didn't try to get revenge. I honestly, like, I knew there was this woman who's trying to kill me, and she killed me twice, and I just ignored that plot point for a few days while I was trying to build my casino and going on dates with your sister, bowling shirt guy. And anyway, we need to take these kids and go away. And then, oh no, Missy kidnaps one of the kids off screen. She kidnaps one of the kids off screen to get back at Alec, who, like, she doesn't even know he's alive. Like, she shoots him, she makes sure he's dead, and then she leaves, and then she sends her minions to beat up but not kill bowling shirt, and then she kidnaps Alec's girlfriend's daughter, and I'm not sure why, what she gains from this, even if it's like fucking revenge. Like, so fucking what? He's fucking dead. You shot him to death. Whatever. She takes the kid hostage and leaves in the back of the bar, which she sets on fire, I guess for insurance fraud money. And then Alec shows up and they fight, and the collapsing building, which Missy was still standing in, falls on her and kills her. And then Alec carries the kid out, and then he goes back in to save bowling shirt, but he dies in the process. R.I.P. bowling shirt. And then it cuts to the gates, where Missy is ranting to the gatekeeper about how fucking unfair it is. He kept letting Alec come back from the dead. Like, why did Alec earn this? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. It's a bad movie, okay? Is this a healer? Ooh, Pokemon egg. Pokemon egg, though. Pokemon egg. I want Pokemon egg. Okay, any reward? Aw, you won't buy my shit. I'm coming back from here off screen to get that Pokemon egg, by the way, if I remember. But yeah, so that's the plot of The Gates. This very, very bad movie. Gonna come back here with strength, I guess. But anyway, like, Missy's complaining to the gatekeeper, and then Alec and Bowling Shirt shows up, and gatekeeper's like, I'm bored of this conversation, and sends Missy to hell instantly. And then the gatekeeper is like, well, I'm retiring, and you're the gatekeeper now, Bowling Shirt. And then Bowling Shirt lets Alec come back to death, and he gets together with the woman who I haven't described any traits of her other than girlfriend, because there aren't, and takes care of her kids. And that's the movie. Does that sound like a good movie, this movie I just described? No, it doesn't. It was just fucking terrible. It was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. It's like, if you want, like, I want a bad person becoming a good person movie, but I don't want him to do anything evil, because that would make him unsympathetic to the audience. Well, then, what the fuck are you doing? What's the point of your movie, then? Is this still Route 17, I'm pretty sure? Or does it switch over to 18? Because 18's got different encounters. Like, so yeah, The Gates was a bad film that only I have seen. If you ever see it, you'll agree that it's, like, very amateurish and bad. And, oh, this is, hold on. I think I switched over off screen, because according to the Nuzlocke log, Scraggy is Route 18, and it's only a Mola on Route 17. Okay, and I should read that one small bean comment. Let's see. also got multiple comments from a guy complaining about being my video talking about wokeness and like politics when I talk about the epilogues. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I'm not engaging with this shit from a guy who's whining about wokeness. That's what the fucking Homestuck epilogues are, a deeply political work that informs what their story's about. Shut the fuck up about why'd you have to start talking about wokeness and transphobia? Because that's what the fucking story's about. Why am I talking about transphobia in this story about transphobia? When did my Pokemon get healed? Was it that lady who was licking Pokemon or energetic? I just master tests sometimes, Emily. But one small beam on my epilogue says, and I believe based on timing, this is when I did structure it in that video, try and make it a twist that John is full of shit. This twist is honestly my favorite chunk of the epilogues. I like it more than anything that happens to me, to be honest. Nothing else quite gave me the catharsis after all the bullshit were fed through John's perspective. To have someone tell him fuck off, and for it to be Roxy of all people, ugh, it felt so rewarding. Yeah, I agree. It's a really underrated moment. People don't talk about it, but I think it's one of the best things. It's such a good moment that the epilogues, they're told from John's perspective. John is an unreliable narrator. John thinks the world is broken and everyone has been replaced by unthinking doubles. And there's a conscious choice to not give Roxy's perspective, because Roxy is the one who John thinks is non-sentient. He thinks, my wife isn't my wife anymore. She's been replaced. I don't care about her anymore. She isn't real. And then the climax of Candy is told from Roxy's perspective, and the reader realizes, oh, John's full of shit. Roxy's still sentient. John's just a fucking asshole. John's delusional and has been treating his loved ones like dog shit. And just this great scene with John and Roxy where she calls him out for his bullshit and he finally moves past it. And honestly, I think about that scene so much. That is a scene that genuinely has changed how I think about the world and my own life. In that, in that scene, John starts to talk to Roxy and they talk about, and he's like, don't you get the feeling that this isn't how our lives were supposed to turn out? Like, things were supposed to be better. And Roxy's just like, I don't know. I don't really believe in regrets. I don't think there's just one way to be me. Like, I like who I am. There's not just one way to be me. And I think about that quote so fucking much, at least once a week. Whenever, should I take this apartment or this other one or keep moving with my parents? I don't believe in regrets. There's not just one way to be me. Should I keep working this job or should I get a different one? Or I don't believe in regrets. There's just one way to be me. I think, I don't know why, but it just resonated. That line resonates so much with me. I don't believe in regrets. I'm going to make a decision, and whatever decision I make, it's not a big deal because there are multiple lives I can lead. There are multiple ways to be me, and there isn't some golden path that I'm missing. That really spoke to me as a person. God, I fucking love the epilogues. The epilogues are so good. After reading so many Homestuck fan comics and, talking about Homestuck, it needs to be acknowledged that the epilogues are so fucking good. Everyone hates them, and I do talk about epilogues, but see, there was the line of, going over. The epilogues are amazing. The epilogues are best fucking Homestuck ending besides the original Homestuck. I'm just getting that out. I adore the epilogues. A lot of people hate them. Yeah, it's fine. I know you're a pal. I don't care about getting in the Mola because why not? Why would I care? It's in the Mola. Who gives a shit? I do like that this wire route where you have to go out of your way is kind of it's in a loop, so you don't have to backtrack too far afterwards. Okay, let me go back to the map. Okay, so I passed two trainers. I passed two trainers, but I accidentally chose the correct path willy-nilly without thinking about it, and this is what leads to the P2 laboratory, which is where I was going to. This is where you get the Genesect things, which, why would I want those? I remember seeing a Tumblr post about, it was talking about specifically about, there's an NPC in Sun and Moon who stands in a Pokemon Center and teaches the move Dragon Ascent, and that's all he does. And that can only be learned by Rayquaza, which is a Pokemon from a different game. And just this person joking like, hell yeah, I want to be like this. I'm gonna stand in a Starbucks in Ontario, and all I'm going to do is teach the chorus to an old Latin hymn to a person who is related to the Japanese emperor. Anyone else, I'm ignoring them. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, be a weird waste of space. Fuck you, Scientist Nathan. You're defeated. Give me your item. Okay, what's the rare? I already got Scraggy, but I can get Pokemon here. Okay. There's no fishing in this game until the post-game, which is weird. You know what? I'm staying in. You almost killed my Stoutland random rare Scraggly, which is, it's impressive. You are a worthy opponent. And right, Thunderbolt. That's the real reward of all this, is you get Thunderbolt here. Okay, so there's 2 more trainers if I backtrack for them, and then we're done, and I'll grab what's in the laboratory, and then I'll end the part. Oh wait, I can catch a Pokemon here in this patch of grass where there's Pokemon. Why did I forget that? Let me get my sleeper out front. I hate the bottom screen in this game. Like, I think it was so much better when it was customizable in the Sinnoh games, or when it just had a bunch of X button options in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't give a shit about the C gear at all. Okay. You can catch more than Scraggy here, right? P2 Laboratory, you can catch nothing new. I can catch Watchdog, Scraggy, Clink, Herdier, Mola. So I'm not catching anything here. Okay. I'm getting out. Okay, so what else? I watched through the 5th season, binged the 5th season of the Harley Quinn show. It was pretty good. Fucking... Ooh, a dubious disc. Which I can't fucking use. Like, why are you giving me this malware that I can't use because I don't have a Porygon 2 in this game? This is bullshit. Stupid... Am I getting an encounter? Thank you. Okay, this commenter that I'm going to do is scanning for a good one. Red Jirachi. Pretty sure I've named a Pokemon in other parts after Red Jirachi. This is a recurring commenter. This is on a video I made parodying. It was specifically a video parodying the series Infinite Crisis, which was DC miniseries, and in it a bunch of DC villains team up to fight the world's superheroes. And one of the main ones that receives a lot of screen time is Captain Nazi, who is a Nazi. He's like a Captain Marvel villain whose main thing is that he's a Nazi. I have it the old 60s Legion of Doom. Lex is, meet our new member, and Riddler's like Lex, we can't recruit a fucking Nazi. And Red Jirachi 1 says Luthor's prejudiced against a minority group, Kryptonians, so him giving Captain Nazi the benefit of the doubt makes sense. Not really. Not really. I feel like I hate this one alien dude, thus he'd be good with Nazis. I don't know if I agree with that. Kryptonians aren't a minority group. It's not a minority group where it's just one guy. And also, not to be like an X-Men villain, but Lex being fearful and hateful of one particular person who has superpowers and can punch planets in half, that's different. You know that, you understand that's different, right? Than wanting to do the Holocaust. Because, what am I trying to say here? Because Superman actually does have powers. And can actually kill... I'm not saying Lex is a good guy. I think he's an asshole. But also... it's not the same thing. The point is, Lex Luthor is not the same as a Nazi. Just because they hate people. And can I don't even think I can get to that last trainer down there. because the water's going the wrong way, and you would need to. Why is this trainer so special that you can only get to her if you go from the like strength interest? If I'm reading this map, like you push away the strength, and that gives you access to the water from a different point, and that allows you to get to this trainer particularly. But why though? Or maybe I'm looking at things wrong. I think I'm looking at things wrong. This isn't a high quality map. Ugh, fucking stupid. Honestly, if I was smart, I would have gone to the P2 laboratory before. Nope. I want to beat up that lady. Come back here. Let me beat up that lady. I would have gone to the P2 laboratory first, because then I could get a sock instead of a NA encounter. But it's fine. Where is it? Super repel. After this part, I'm going to get my Missile Cave encounter in at the start of the next one, then Dragon Spiral Tower, then continuing the story. I did miss a story event where, like, you talk to Charon, like, after the gym battle. What the fuck? Okay, apparently that tile was too small. That, like, as soon as you get out of the ice gym, Charon, like, talks to you, and I skipped past it, and all it did was say, go to the Dragon Spiral Tower, there's things there. Hello. I'm gonna beat you up, and then we're gonna end this part. But yeah, Harley Quinn Season 5. Speaking of fucking fucking Lex Luthor, who isn't a Nazi, it was alright. It was decent. I don't think it's like the heights of Season 2 and 3. I don't think they're like on that level anymore. But I enjoyed Season 4 and Season 5 moderate amounts. There was some funny jokes. I like these characters. This one did like a really interesting thing with like a sympathetic version of Brainiac that I liked. It did like in the finale. It weirded me out because it immediately undid like the last part, because it's like Harley convinces Lena and Lex to stop fighting, and yes, I'm a good psychologist. I've saved us. And then they're like, let's stop fighting, brother. Let's just be together and beat the shit out of everyone and take over the world. Yes, I like this. And then at the start of the next one, Harley's like, hey, you should fight again. And then they start fighting again. But no, it was good. I liked it. It's a fun show. Clayface and Bane are always fun side characters, just like that. And their bit in this one is that they're impersonating Perry White and writing a musical. Okay, that's fun. Harley and Ivy are a good couple, but is it like this like relationship death knell where it's like they're together so it's not as interesting? Are they in a run? I don't know. Batman and Joker were fun in this. It was just a fun show that I enjoyed. It's fine. It's decent. It's good. I enjoyed it. Why the fuck doesn't Joker remember that Batman is Batman? You know he's Batman, but he's like just talking to Bruce Wayne like, listen, Bruce, we don't know each other very well, but yes you do. He's fucking Batman. And you could say, well, maybe him getting blown up at the end of Season 1, that made him lose his memory of who Batman is. But then, like, the ending of Season 3, like, I thought that's, like, what the joke was. That, like, the reason why the Joker is investigating Batman for tax fraud, or the reason the Joker is cracking down on tax fraud and making sure Bruce Wayne goes to jail for tax fraud is because he's Batman, because he knows he's Batman, and the Joker wins because he outsmarted Batman and made him go to jail. By the way, Joker was based as a politician. I wish he existed in real life. Although, you know, I was going to make a joke about how it's ridiculous that they impeached a politician for being a violent criminal, but actually, he was a left-wing politician, so he would have been impeached. Also, he would have probably been impeached for investigating Bruce Wayne. The point is, Luigi Mangione did nothing wrong.